In order to better understand the various components of social media and further investigate my project, I decided to sit down with Alessa Salomon. She's a fifth-year graduate student at the University of Kentucky in the Department of Psychology. She is doing her dissertation on the mechanisms that drive the relationship between social media and body dissatisfaction, with a narrowed focus on the adolescent period. Here's the interview. So, what age range do you believe is the most harmed by social media?
I think it depends what kind of harm. So almost like what's your dependent variable type of thing. So adolescence is somewhat of a vulnerable period for a lot of different things. Like I said, I study body image, and I do look at sort of like 13, 14 is already a vulnerable period for body image because of all the physical changes of puberty. There's a lot of social changes and like peer groups that are occurring. The importance of peers increases, and physical appearance becomes more important to their self-worth during that time. So for me, adolescence represents a vulnerable period for body image. But if you're looking more at something like certain periods across development can introduce new problems. So let's say you're new in college and you are adjusting to, life on your own, making new friends, balancing work for college, maybe work outside, you have a side job to support yourself, and these new sort of social worlds that are open to you as like an individual who lives, by themselves, probably for the first time. So, you could see it being good and bad for them. Like maybe that helps them stay in touch with their old friends and old classmates, but at the same time, maybe you're kind of socially comparing yourself to, I'm on Instagram and I'm not partying like these people are partying. Like maybe I'm not having as much fun as I'm supposed to, or I'm not doing as well in school as I'm supposed to.
What do you believe is the main trigger to posting? What do people expect to gain from like a Snapchat or an Instagram post?
I think that'll probably vary across individuals. I think in my work, I kind of make the assumption a lot of time based on how image focused a lot of the platforms are and the importance placed on physical appearance in our culture, that certainly goes hand in hand with social media. Gives you the opportunity to not only tightly control how you look, so you can edit your pictures, post the best picture that you get of yourself, and then you receive positive reinforcement on that image in the form of comments and likes and gaining followers or what have you. So I think there's an argument there for, well, we're taking something that our culture values, being physically attractive, and we're giving you an opportunity to like maximize your physical attractiveness and have people like validate you for it. So I think certainly that seems to be something that motivates people when they're posting on social media.
Do you believe that social media is addictive?
Probably not in the same vein as like addiction to substance abuse, like alcohol use and drug use, because I think you see some pretty serious like chemical changes in the brain and the body with those. But I do think so the funny thing about social media is the medium gives us a lot of new opportunities, but the psychological mechanisms that are kind of activated are not that new. So this idea that you are being positively reinforced for things. So I'm going to put a picture of myself looking a certain way. People are going to like it and comment, and that's serving as positive reinforcement for me, which means I'm likely to repeat that behavior because I got positive consequences from it. So in that sense, I mean, I think it can definitely become like motivate your behavior beyond a certain point. But I probably wouldn't say, I'd say more like dependent.